You hating cause I told them rich. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They elevators, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause I
since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now a first down throw for Newton. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Let's make these babies cry. 8. Switch it. 8.
Now Newton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got a man. Complete. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 91 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just still just wiped it away, didn't they? They've just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike spot 4. 180! Mike spot 4. No gain on this defense, no gain. Switch. Kill. Wait.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You're not ready.
former 4th-round pick. It's Kalen Balaj. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 40 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. To try again after the sack. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Mike 54. Mike 54. It's our field. It's our field.
Gonna go 5-0 here?
Say it. Kill.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. Taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm great. Check right. Go. I got one. Mike, 50. 55. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 44-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, man. Watch the food. Watch the hey! Shit. Watch the shit. Express!
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. These two teams all tied after 1. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Tighten up. Check. Gun.
They snap it to Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey! Check 24. Show it up. 8.
Out of the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vince Beagle able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long, it's Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They will go for it. Now Newton completes it to Samuel. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Here's Newton. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Slam, slam, slam. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Hey, hey, watch it, watch it. Rush it.
Regular.
Rush it.
Here's a run with Balaj. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Right there, right there. 54 Mike. Watch the run. They're running it.
They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case,
it got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 35. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Check 55, Mike. Pick it up, pick it up. Hey, take breath. Check one. Watch 55. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
I bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Vince Beagle able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, Newton. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Go. He's crashing. Regular.
Fitzpatrick now from the 50. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick trying to lay one up into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. Third and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Well, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. On 1st down, Laird, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Fitzpatrick. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
36. Hey, switch gears.
3rd and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he's into the clear. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
Yeah, and it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, color. Tight up. Strong.
To throw again, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do.
Man, I got you. Kill. SOS.
Throwing on 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll run on 1st down. Laird, and he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Left. Lucky.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Check 26, check 26.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton, and look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 11 yards and a Panther first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now in Miami. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
Ready, ready. Watch it, hey! Back, 20.
Now Newton on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 55 yards, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check tight. Check tight.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check 43. Switch. Watch twist. Watch. Kill. Jim.
Balaj. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
All day, dog.
It's 4th down.
Check 3. Hey, color.
They'll try and run with Balaj. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, Laird. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Balaj. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now Balaj. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Alert flare. Check. Strong. Check the backer. Check. Hey, 5-0. He's coming. Double up.
Fitzpatrick to throw for it on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
You got it. You got it. 5:55. Go. Eat. You get lost, huh? You get blocked, me.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They run it with Balaj. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety. Wait. Safety's creeping. Check 4. Check. Hey, 5-0. Here we go.
Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. It's complete to Grant. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Mike 180. Mike's by 4. You go tight. You 52 and 56, 52 and 56.
Now Fitzpatrick. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55. 8.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
We got three. Three down. 8. Bang. Express. Stay at home. Stay. Mike 55.
Now Newton. Complete to Wright. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now Newton. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And Gano is going to miss this one left. Oh, it's no good for Gano. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
I'm coming after you. Check 3.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's airing it out for... That's caught inside the 20. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. Absolute bedlam. You can forget overtime. What a finish, and this crowd in a frenzy.
As well they should be. That's the type of ending that you actually pay money to see. And when it turns out in your direction, oh yeah, you feel real good about that one. Let's face it, there are a few people who travel to see their team. They're not happy.